What is up, YouTube family? It's been a little while. I am going to do a shell swap today for this switch. This switch here, a customer was working on himself, and he stripped one of the screws here on the rail. So I'm going to try to get this screw out of the rail, and then we're going to swap this old black case for this atomic purple case. Oh, forgot the kickstand was there. Wait. So yeah, this is the atomic purple case. This is the front shell, and this is the back shell. And we are going to swap this whole switch into this atomic purple case. Which is really nice, is it comes with the little game card slot right here to cover up the game. A new kickstand, new set of screws, all that jazz. So we are going to start. I might not drill this screw out. I might just replace his rail because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get this screw out. But let's give it a shot here. Let's give it a shot. What's up, Micro? Afternoon. It's only 11 o'clock for me, but guess it's afternoon for you. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Haven't caught much YouTube recently. I've been busy doing other things. Okay, let's see if I can get this screw out of the side of this thing real quick. Get a slightly larger drill bit here. Yeah, this one should do it. Just trying to get the head of the screw off. Almost through. Alright, I think it's gonna pop off now. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we got the rail off. Also, I want to make sure this thing still turns on. Let me see. See if this thing still works. First of all, let me unplug the this rail that I just unstuck. Alright, there's the rail. Now let's see if this thing turns on. Okay, the LCD is not plugged in. Alright, well, let's plug the LCD in. I want to make sure that this thing works before I work on it, so that I can't be held liable for if it doesn't turn on. Let's take the heat sink off. And the game card reader, and let me check this LCD connector here. It looks like the LCD connector's okay. I know that's one of the most easily damaged parts is this LCD connector here. Okay. Okay, the LCD is plugged in now. Let's make sure this bad boy turns on. Cool. Sure does. All right. Let's make sure it charges. And we are open. It is 11 o'clock. Let's see if this guy charges here. And it's at 100%, but it is pulling 15 volts. Yeah, it is charging, so that's good. Okay. What's new over there in Colorado, Joshua? Anything fun? Alright, so battery's unplugged. Let's go ahead and undo all of this stuff. Take the motherboard out, and then we're going to take the screen out. That's going to be the most fun part. Disconnect the left Joy-Con rail and the speakers. All right, and then the power button and the fan. And last but not least, the LCD again. Let's unplug that. Okay. Let's take the board out. Take the fan out. Oh, I know, that Series X is just super fun. Did you end up fixing the Series X? Was it just the HDMI port that was damaged on it? Because I don't know, really, I don't really do anything else with the Series X and PS5 since there are not any parts available for the darn thing, which is terrible. I have seen some other local repair shops destroy Series X and PS5 consoles. Just doing the simple HDMI port, and they've just sodomized them. Let's take the left-hand rail off here. So we got the rails right here. And let's go ahead and grab these speakers. Actually, you know what? The speakers can stay because it's in this little inner metal, what do you call it? Frame. But the frame, the middle inner metal frame here is not going to be able to come out until I take the screen out. So I got to take the screen out first. All right, let's take the screen off. Let's take this screen protector off real quick. right. Oh yeah, I think I leave the SATA connector plugged into the motherboard and I just unplug it from the drive, I think. Alright, let's get some heat going on here. Get a new blade and a couple of guitar picks. Alright, so there's a couple different versions of the switch where the digitizer on the front here that you touch is connected to the screen. I'm actually hoping that the screen is attached to this digitizer. That way I can pull it off in one piece here. We'll find out. And here's to hoping that we don't damage the LCD when we do take this off. Should be okay. Haven't damaged one yet, but we'll see. I'm using 210 degrees, 100 airflow, just to warm up this adhesive underneath the digitizer. Okay, that should be good. Now we're going to get underneath one of these corners here and pull the digitizer up. Just like so. Get the guitar pick in there. Let's see, this is kind of a thick one. Let's get a thinner one. There we go. Hey Technic. Let's go ahead and slide this pick around the outside of this digitizer to get it off. Alright, so the screen is semi-connected to the digitizer. I'm going to try to keep it as connected as I can so that I can minimize the dust input. Let's get this LCD cable out from underneath this bottom area. Okay. And the digitizer cable should just pull out easily enough. Alright, so there's the LCD assembly off. And then there's some screws underneath the LCD here that hold that metal plate on the front end. So let's take these screws off here. Alright, so the mid frame is out. Let me just get these screws that are stuck. Just the body swap. Yeah, it's going to be... I've never actually done this front frame just because there's a lot more labor involved for the customer. But definitely you want to be careful if you don't know what you're doing. Not really sure if I recommend this for a beginner. Because you can, damage the screen, and then you could also damage the LCD connector for the, plug in the screen in, which, then you gotta get motherboard repair. So, alright, there's 2 screws out. We're gonna apply some new adhesive to the new frame, and we'll slap that screen back in. I think I want to test it first just to make sure that everything's a-okay. There's the 3rd screw for the frame, and the 4th one is right here. Okay, so 4 screws, and then it's got this rubber piece up here. Go ahead and transfer to the new frame now. Power button, volume button. Did this come with purple buttons? I don't think it did. Let's see here. Oh, it did. Neato. Okay, so the purple shell came with its own purple buttons. Yeah. Sorry about that. I had a customer who's got a small form factor PC and he wants to get graphics card put into it for 4K video editing, and I need to do some research for him. Okay, so I transferred over on this. There's these two little dust covers. I believe they're for the speakers, and I transferred those over, and then we have the new volume up and down and power buttons in here. So next thing I'm going to do is, and then also this little clear LED diffuser. I'm going to put that aside because it seems like it wants to fall out. And I'm going to apply some new adhesive to this new shell. I'll have to check out those Extreme Rate shells. I don't know about them. I actually ordered some like knockoff like Animal Crossing backs and stuff like that, so we'll see if those are nice. They came from China, but it's been a few weeks now, so hopefully I'll get them soon, just for people to customize their back plate for the Switch. God, these scissors are awful. Alright, new adhesive is applied. We're going to leave that not quite applied yet. And I'm going to screw the shell in now, the inner shell part. Okay, power buttons and everything's working. This is all in place. Let's flip it over. Of course, this little doodad. Does that go? I guess it does. What is this even for? There's no LED light down there. That's so weird. Let's see. I don't even know what this little cleared little doodad is. As far as I know, there's no light down here. Maybe there was supposed to be? I don't know. At one point? I don't know. Alright, clear doodad, you stay there. There we go. Okay, now let's flip it over again. Put these frame screws in the front part. All right. Let's do a little test fit here. I think I'm pretty confident the screen is going to be fine, so instead of wasting my time doing that, let's go ahead and just adhere the screen. Sweet. Okay, so we got the LCD fitted in. Now we are going to put the motherboard back in place here. Just make sure. Yeah, there's nothing else to do. Okay. Well, actually, yeah, let's go ahead and put the rails on. Hi. Okay, yeah, so the screw is still inside of the frame since I had to drill out the top, and I don't think I'll be able to get this screw out, but we'll give it a shot. It's just I don't know why I keep getting calls today. Let me see what this call is real quick. So I think that screw is actually coming out slowly but surely. So that's good. Sweet. Got the strip screw out. That's awesome. Oops. Alright, that'll do. Okay, this guy goes underneath there, the little antenna. This guy goes there. Alright, let's go ahead and put... I just want to make sure this other frame doesn't have anything else. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so then put the rail guide back down here, flex cable, and we'll put the motherboard back in place. All right. A little bit strange feeling on that motherboard. It's lifted up a tiny bit. I'm not sure what's causing that, but it should be fine. Power cord plugs in. Let's plug the LCD cable in. Eek. Can't stand this LCD cable, I really can. The most annoying flex cable ever to plug in, and always scares the living bejesus out of me that I might damage the connector. It's definitely not a fun one to replace, let's put it that way. Alright, so that goes to the top, that goes to the bottom. Okay, everything is good. Let's plug the antennas in. Backlight cable. Right Joy-Con rail. Left Joy-Con rail. Speakers. Put the fan in place now. Hey, Drops. What's going on? Alright, let's transfer. Alright, so we got that all plugged in. Let's go ahead and plug in the digitizer and game card reader. Okay. Clean off the old thermal compound. Hey, Charles, did you take a look at the Mercari messages? Okay. Nice. I gotta start using that Mercari local. I haven't really been doing that. Who? I don't think I'm very familiar with his stuff off the top of my head, that is. I don't ever really worry about that. It just kind of sits in there. This particular LCD screen Technic was glued to the digitizer. Some of the models, it's like actually glued to the front of the digitizer slightly. So this one was glued to that digitizer. But on other ones, I just leave it floating in there. I've never seen an issue with it. I don't know. I guess I haven't done too many of them, but enough to. Huh. I don't ever have a problem with that. It's weird. Yeah, it's nice until you need to do a digitizer only replacement and the screen is glued to the digitizer. Then you got to use a little razor blade to separate it. That's not fun. Not fun at all. It's nerve-wracking, actually. but they seem to be a little bit more durable than like some LCD computer or cell phone LCD screens. Those things are fragile. Holy smokes. All right, let's transfer over the kickstand. Huh. I never noticed that before, Technic, that it just gets crooked. Huh. I guess you could put a small strip of adhesive on the top, like around the edge of the LCD screen to connect it to the digitizer. Although it might get in the viewing area, I'm not quite sure. Whatever you think is the right way of doing it. I mean, it probably could just go in the front case there with everything near it, or maybe put like, I have like some Ziploc bags. I don't know if they're like, I don't know what would be best to display it, but however you want to do it. I don't think it came with the little back plate connector here. I don't think it came with the purple one. So, all right, so we got the old. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it too much, Technic. I guess some people might, you know, get irked by that, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. Okay, I got these new little dust cover thingies. Oh, this back plate is a little bit warped, I'm noticing, but can't do anything about that. Okay, little dust covers are on there. There's also these little foam pieces on the old pad that I like to transfer over if I can. Sometimes they don't come off clean. This time they did. Little foam pad there. And come on, buddy. Little foam pad here. Not sure what this one's for. That's okay. Haha, OCD on it, Technic. Little OCD over there. I get it, man. I get it. A lot of people don't like the little things. I can understand. Oops, actually forgot this little guy needs to go down first, like so. And the lock goes on top of it. All right. plug the SD card reader in. Oh, looks super nice. Yeah. Yeah, no, I know the metal plate is actually good for the heat dissipation, so I'm going to leave it in there since it is OEM. I know that some people do mods where they take the metal shields off the RAM chips and put like little RAM thermal pads on there, and then they take the copper and metal shielding off the CPU and they attach the heatsink like directly to the die of the CPU, which supposedly cools it down a little bit better, but yeah, I don't know if I would do that personally. Alright, we got all the internal screws here. Not sure I like the way that this back plate fits 100% on here, but guess it'll have to do. Of course, there's got to be a hair under there. Of course. Get out of there, hair. I've never used the Wera screwdrivers, but I have. Cool. This is looking really good. Just about done. Boom, 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 boom. You like the Wera screwdrivers, Technic? You have a set? Because I wouldn't mind a set that has Tri-Wing, Phillips, T8 security, or whatever it is for the PS4. I think it's T8. I wouldn't mind a nice set, but that way all my screwdrivers look the same and they're not all like discombobulated. But shoot, I've been using these screwdrivers for like 5 or 6 years, so to me it's not that big of a deal. Alright, he is missing 2 screws for the bottom shell, which probably fell out because the plastic breaks on them. So we'll have to take 2 more out from this set. Oh yeah, no, the green one does look like a Wera, but it's actually a Pro's kit. I think this is actually from Harbor Freight, and I'm surprised that it's lasted as long as it has. It's done well for me. But yeah, it looks like a Wera, but it's actually not. It says Pro's kit on it, but it works fine. Yeah, I get you. What's up, Charles? For sure. All right. She's done. That looks actually very, very nice. Yeah. I think that looks really nice. Cool. Looks very good. I think I did forget to put the screw underneath this in there. These are worthless kickstands, but whatever. It's actually worse than the original. Just doesn't feel right, but it is what it is. Can't really do anything with the kickstands, unfortunately. And I don't even know anybody that uses that kickstand. But yeah, it looks really good. So let's see here. Yep, looks good. Let's just make sure his SD card is reading like he asked, which it should be, since that wasn't an issue, I don't think. Yeah, restart. Cool. All right. All right, well, that's going to do it for today's video. I just wanted to do that one thing on stream, and got some things to do around the shop. But I hope all of you guys are doing well and having lots of fun. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, they don't feel original at all. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching Technic, and good to hear from you. Joshua, Micromage, hope you're doing good. Y'all have a good day.